If you continue to stress the groundwater, you could potentially collapse and compact these aquifers, and it will take several decades to regenerate, or may not even generate at all.
It worked well with the cars, the gas burned cleaner, but no one ever anticipated that this would get into the water system.
Water is very important. It sustains life.
I'm standing here at the Santa Monica Water Treatment Plant, a plant that provides over 10 million gallons of drinking water for its businesses and residents.
Water is one of very few vital needs for us to survive. It regulates our body temperature. It participates in the biochemical breakdown of what we eat. It helps us remove pathogenic waste from our body. Water, a fundamental element, a natural resource that has innumerable life applications, but more often than not, we have few respect for. In the mid-90s, Santa Monica's water wells were infected with potentially life-threatening toxins that could have caused catastrophic damage to our drinking water supply.
27 years ago, the water wells in Santa Monica were marred by a chemical known as MTBE, an additive found in auto fuel.
In 1996, 5 wells located at the Santa Monica-owned well field were shut down when testing revealed a chemical known as methyl tertiary butyl ether, MTBE, was found in the water. To meet drinking water demands of the city's residents and businesses, the city had to import over 80% of its water supplies from the Metropolitan Water District. The gasoline additive MTBE, why was that used in gasoline?
The Charnock fields, we have 5 wells, and we have had hits of MTBE, which is methyl butyl ether, which is an additive to gasoline, which makes gasoline burn cleaner. It worked well with the cars, the gas burned cleaner, but no one ever anticipated that this would get into the water system. We found it in the 90s, and around 1996 to 97, we were getting large demands of chlorine in these wells, and we couldn't figure out why it was happening. The water was sent out for analysis at independent labs. It came back that we had MTBE.
An arduous litigation between the involved oil companies and the city resulted in a settlement of over $200 million. This provided some funding to design and construct a state-of-the-art water treatment facility. The rigorous filtration process by which the water is treated before we can drink it is profoundly complex. Here, Jason Diugi, water quality analyst of the Santa Monica Water Treatment Plant, shares with us the process.
The very first one is the green sand filtration, and that's really because we have naturally occurring iron and manganese in that water, so we treat that first, and then it goes through GAC. That's short for granular activated carbon, and that is the technology that actually absorbs the contaminant MTBE. So I'll give you like visually what's going on inside of these green, huge cylindrical vessels. The water percolates through there, leaving behind the MTBE bounded inside of the GAC. And then from there, there's a transition main that comes from that plant all the way to here to the Santa Monica Arcadia treatment plant. After that, it goes through small cartridges to further filter out. It's like a pre-treatment that we have before it goes into the reverse osmosis membranes. The way that it works is the water comes through this outside layer here, through these triangular channels, and it goes through a netting type of material.
Right.
And as we use pressure, that water will, through these different channels, squeeze and push through the osmotic pressure through the permeate channel and is collected finally at the end. And then after it goes through the reverse osmosis treatment membranes, it goes through decarbonators and air strippers, and that exposes any volatile organic compounds from the water utilizing air. So it's like a rain shower that comes down. And then after that treatment process, it's injected with disinfectants and mineral counts that we have to provide as required by law. And then it goes into our 5 million gallon reservoir, which continuously also gets exposed to air because we have weirs in there that can continually to do that.
The water that comes from the treatment plant is held at a higher standard than bottled water. Bottled water is regulated only by the Food and Drug Administration. Santa Monica water is rigorously regulated and must meet state, federal, and EPA guidelines before you can even take a swig of it. Highly skilled laboratory technicians operate over 800 tests a month to constantly assure clean water. The amount of tests conducted surpasses all state and federal guidelines. For the past several months, we have experienced quite a bit of rain. Is it okay for us to use water again freely and with reckless abandon? Why conserve, and if so, how?
Even though the media is right now telling us that we're out of the drought, people should still conserve water, because this is going to be a circular cycle. We're going to have years that the water is going to be scarce. So if we conserve now, we will have water for the future.
Collectively, we can make a very big difference by making small little changes at home. And those small little changes can be turning off the water when you're brushing your teeth, taking shorter showers, using drought-tolerant landscapes, watering less on your lawn, low-flow toilets, changing your shower heads and faucets.
Got it. Save our water. Even with all the advanced equipment and the intensive filtering process, the success of the water treatment plant is highly due to the staff.
We often take for granted our access to clean water. It provides us life. Contrary to our unusually rainy season, it's vital for all of us to do our part and continue to conserve our water.